Hello, good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. We're live on Joy 99.7 FM here in Accra. In Kumasi, we are on Love 99.5 FM, myjoyonline.com, live in all 16 regions on KTU Radio in Koforidua, Sky FM in Sunyai, Bederin FM in Bumkurugu. We're on Radio Justice in Tamale, live on X Spaces. You're on Facebook, Midday News. Proudly sponsored by Petrol Soul, your clean fuel in full quantity. Petrol Soul is always a delightful experience. Also brought to you by Duraplus Ghana Limited, producers of quality PVC and HDPE pipes and water tank. The only water storage tank with the level indicator where Duraplus goes, water flows. This afternoon, opposition NDC threatens to drag the Attorney General to the General Legal Council for allegedly breaching his professional ethics following an open court allegation that he attempted to get an accused person to incriminate the minority leader.
His conduct in this matter is a breach of the ethics of the legal profession. Oh, that report will be done. The when is the issue. You understand? Because it will be done at a time that we know we will get justice.
But the Attorney General's department insists no wrongdoing has been done.
Is it lawful for prosecution to engage an accused person? Yes, it's lawful. Who has, especially one who has put in a plea request?
Plus, we have new documents from the AG's office on how the third accused person has been trying without success to settle with the state. Also this afternoon, that government blames the depreciation of the cedi on the payment of 49 billion cedis to contractors, the independent power producers, and the general speculation around the currency.
I wish to assure the Ghanaian people that there is enough foreign exchange supply in the market. Hence, there is no need to rush to buy forex.
Details of measures in place to arrest the depreciating cedi, also work on stalled projects across the country, resume as the official creditors committee signs MOU to signal the release of the $360 million IMF next tranche.
Disbursement will start to flow in towards those projects, and we should see the contractors going back to site to continue.
We'll also get to hear from the National Health Insurance CEO expressing skepticism about the sustainability of the scheme fully absorbing cost of dialysis service for end-stage kidney patients.
If me and you sit here to say that we should add kidney disease to the NHIS, we'll be making a big mistake because we are also looking at the sustainability of the scheme.
We have sports.
Clash of the Titans in the Ghana Premier League as Asante Kotoko battle hard to fall for 3 points and bragging rights.
And later, from human to animal sacrifices, the story of the deer hunting Abuachiro festival. We'll tell you how members of the royal family used to be sacrificed to the gods until there was an intervention.
The festival started as a sacrifice,
Okay.
and it started by using a human being.
Oh.
Then it is no mean a person than a member of the royal family.
We're from Germany. We were happy to be able to see it.
Stay with me for details of that and more here on the Midday News. I am Emefa Apawu. And this is your home of independent, fearless and credible journalism. And this afternoon, the opposition NDC is accusing the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Godfred Yeboah-Dame, of a breach in his professional code of conduct and the criminal code after it was alleged in open court that he tried to get an accused person to incriminate the minority leader in Parliament. The allegation has been swiftly denied by the Attorney General's department, but the NDC say they will not let this go, threatening to drag the Attorney General, Godfred Yeboah-Dame, to the General Legal Council. We'll get to hear from the communications officer of the party shortly. First, though, listen to Isaac Wilberforce-Mensah, state attorney and spokesperson for the AG's department, deny any wrongdoing. He also claims that the communication between the Attorney General and the third accused person, businessman Richard Jakpa, has been in pursuit of a plea bargain requested by the accused.
The question now is, if indeed what happened in court indeed happened, the question is, has any wrongdoing been done? That is the question. Has the Attorney General acted lawfully? If indeed he acted in the way that he's being, or is being told in the media that he acted. Has he acted unlawfully? The answer is no.
Is coercing a witness to make a case against someone is prosecuting?
That is not true. That has been
how do you then answer that he's done nothing wrong?
Has not coerced anybody to make a case against anyone. The Attorney General himself has denied emphatically. All this is more or less much ado about nothing. The law is clear. Does the Attorney General have? Is it proper? Is it legal for the Attorney General to is it lawful for prosecution to engage an accused person? Yes, it's lawful. Who has, especially one who has put in a plea request or has. And there are letters to that effect. Nothing wrong with that. It is allowed in law. Reference is made, Section 162C, Section 162A. Did the Attorney General make statements to the effect that go and make false statements against A1? The answer is no.
But this explanation does not cut it for the NDC. National Communications Officer of the party, Sami Jemfi, says they will follow the matter to its logical conclusion, including reporting the AG to the Disciplinary Committee of the General Legal Council.
His conduct in this matter is a breach of the ethics of the legal profession. As you may know, he's a man who, because of the position he occupies, is described as a leader of the bar. But this conduct of Dami is unbecoming of even an ordinary lawyer, not to talk of the leader of the bar. It is also a breach of the prosecutor's code of conduct. It amounts to witness tampering and constitutes the crime, the offense of fabrication of evidence provided for under Section 213 and 214 of the Criminal and Other Offences Act. Because you see he's double speaking. Did he meet him or he didn't meet him? And I'm surprised that Wilberforce, who say that if the Attorney General actually met that third accused, it's not against the law. Who told him that? Has he forgotten the law we were taught in school? He should go and read the Legal Profession, Professional Conduct and Etiquette Rules 2020, specifically Rule 13, Communication with Represented Person. It reads, a lawyer shall not approach, communicate, or deal with a represented person on a matter, or B, attempt to negotiate or compromise a matter directly with a represented person, except through or with the consent of the lawyer of that represented person.
If you think he's done something unethical, is it something that you are contemplating reporting him to the General Legal Council to take action?
Oh, that report will be done. The when is the issue. You understand? Because it will be done at a time that we know we will get justice.
That's the communications officer of the NDC, Sami Jemfi there. But overnight, Joy News has secured copies of some documents that points out that third accused person had been trying to get the state to settle. Member of our legal affairs desk, Kweku Santi, joins me in studio with a copy of these letters. Kweku, first, run us through all the letters written by lawyers for the third accused person to the AG and what their requests actually were.
So 4 letters written between April and June of 2023 by Thomas Obin Law Consult, which are acting on behalf of businessman Mr. Jappa. The first one, written on the 27th April, says, as you will be aware, the matters that have resulted in the public instituting the above proceedings against the accused persons arise directly from a contract dated 19 December 2012 entered into between Big C Trading LLC and the government. Big C has approached our client with the enclosed proposal, a proposal to resolve the matter amicably. And if you go through that enclosure, they talk about how they want to settle some 2 million euros that were used to purchase the ambulance to the state. There's another letter written 16th May where the Attorney General had already written back. We don't have a copy of that letter, but our AG had written to lawyers of Mr. Jappa denying his request. This letter says, your letter states that the AG is unable to accede to our client's request to amicably settle the case for reasons stated therein, and then they make a new proposal. But ultimately, the Attorney General writes again, and is dated towards Thomas Obin Law Consult, which are acting for Mr. Jappa, and says, your response states that your client confirms and adopts the proposal made by Big C in order to commence plea negotiation. Your letter further states that you have brought a copy of your letter to the attention of the other accused persons. We wish to inform you that the terms of your proposal are unacceptable. This one from the AG department, signed by Yvonne Atakra Obobisa, the Director of Public Prosecutions for the AG. So, despite all the attempts by Mr. Jappa to settle with the state, The AG stood his ground and said he was not settling.
Okay, so that's been the response of the AG's department to all the letters that were written by the third accused person. But thankfully, we've been joined on the phone now by Kweku Pencil. He's a private legal practitioner to shed some more light on the allegations at the center of this particular region controversy. Thanks so much for your time here on the Midday News. So first, tell us how serious it is for any allegation that the AG tried to get an accused person in a trial to incriminate another accused person.
I think it's what the given circumstances of any situation may be. In other words, it is usual for the state, through the prosecution, to procure any witness that they can, whichever side the person may be, including an accused person. However, the law prescribes the circumstances under which an accused person may be approached, particularly when the accused person is represented by a lawyer in the proceedings. Then the law is clear that you may only do so through the lawyer who represents the accused person. But that rule only goes to professional conduct and etiquette. So if somebody, for instance, is found to have breached any particular rule of practice, it doesn't go to the substance of the case before the court. It goes to the person's conduct. That's how it is.
Okay.
But I'm not too sure on the facts of this case, which is being presented, at what stage the AG purportedly contacted this accused person. That's one. Number two, what beats my mind is if this person was approached and whatever time, why would he wait till he's in the witness box before he makes the allegation? So I have a problem with how this matter is being conducted. Because if you were contacted, you had a lawyer, and you believe that the contact was wrong or whatever, or there was some other purpose for which you were being contacted, I mean, I would assume quite reasonably that report will be made to your lawyer.
Okay, so he mentions, at least from what we are learning, Mr. Pencil, is that he was contacted at a time where he was also supposed to be making his case. That's the point where he was contacted.
You mean when he was supposed to come to the witness box?
Yeah, exactly.
So, before you came into the witness box, you had an opportunity through your lawyer to lodge a protest or whatever. But I'll put it this way. A breach of the professional code of conduct, I mean, if we breach it, there are sanctions on the which will be administered by the General Legal Counsel, which has no effect on the substance of the case before the court. That's the way I see it.
But to the extent that the allegations were also made in open court, does it make any difference that the AG opted not to deny this in the same open court?
No. If a witness in the box and you make an allegation, the AG, whoever is cross-examining you, will not have an opportunity to respond to allegation. I don't know what exactly happened. What I understand is that this is kind of a bombshell. It's a witness in the box who makes this allegation. That can only be counteracted or can be countered when it gets to the turn of the AG to call his witnesses. So what is going on in the press?
Oh dear. It appears that I've just lost Mr. Kweku Pencil there, but this is a matter that we certainly haven't heard the last of, and definitely we'll get to hear more on this issue. But let me focus now on the city, and government is blaming the depreciation of the Ghanaian currency, the cedi, on the recent payment of 49 billion cedis to contractors, $400 million to independent power producers, and general speculation around the currency. The cedi is today trading at over 15 cedis to the United States dollars and 19 cedis to the British pound sterling. The development is creating uneasiness in the business community, with some currency analysts urging government to adopt the dollar as an interim measure. We'll get to hear from the finance minister shortly, but first, how bad is the situation for businesses? Yes, President of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Guta, Joseph Obeng.
People will then hold stock. People who have the stock, me, for instance, I do hold stock a lot. At that time, I do not care whether people will buy and all that. I will use 16 to calculate if the dollar is 15.7. I use 16 to calculate, so I can hold my stock for a while. But some people cannot hold stock because they owe so much to their creditors, and those people, whether you like, but at this stage, Those people that are sympathized most are the retailers. They are not mainstream importers, and people are afraid to give their goods to them on credit because they will lose the value of it. At this stage, when people are owing you, it's more dangerous than you even.
Are you servicing your bank loans?
Definitely, you have to do that. And that you are curtailed because the turnover has gone down because the purchasing power has so reduced.
Well, we'll be hearing also from the Finance Minister, Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam. He says data available suggests the cedi is not doing badly.
The seasonal forex demand, including elevated demand from corporate institutions. Then also, we have paid contractors. I want to say that the complaints of no money and no money and no money, we don't hear that anymore because we have paid and paid contractors. As of now, year to date, I think we've spent some 49 billion Ghana cedis. Same time last year, we did 41 billion Ghana cedis. And so this demonstrates that a lot of liquidity, cedi liquidity, is in the market. And we have seen some people looking for US dollars to buy with the cedis that we have put out there. And so these are some of the reasons, including the payments to IPPs, independent power producers. You'll recall that we started negotiating with them, as a result of which we had to make a bullet payment, one-off payment, amounting to some 400 million United States dollars. And so they all put pressure on the cedi. But also, what is known to all of us, the common reason is speculation. So much speculation out there. And we need people to know that this speculation is not helping us.
Well, he also announced further steps to strengthen the cedi against the major trading currencies.
So we are fast-tracking the fiscal consolidation process through rationalizing spending and enhancing revenue mobilization, intensification of the gold for oil program, and appropriate FX interventions by the Bank of Ghana.
On the ongoing discussion for a deal with external creditors, the Finance Minister announced that the government received an official memorandum from the Official Creditor Committee yesterday. He indicates that government is studying that for the necessary approval for the release of the next $360 million IMF tranche.
We know that a lot of projects, very important projects, have stalled as a result of the debt suspension. And following the declaration of the debt standstill, most of this, if not all, have not been disbursing towards projects. And so with the signing of the MOU, it signals officially an end to our negotiation with the official creditors. We will then immediately sign bilateral agreements with each of the OCC members because they have different projects which they are funding in Ghana.
That's the Finance Minister, Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam. Now, drivers of both commercial and private vehicles have welcomed the Tanker Drivers Union's decision to call off their strike, which started on Tuesday over their conditions of service. The drivers say if the strike had persisted for long, it could have led to shortage of fuel and other increase in prices.
As a consumer, I'm very glad they called off the strike, because if it had persisted, it would have hiked the price, artificial prices from everywhere. So we are very, very happy.
It's a welcome news for us. Yeah, for sure. For that one, I'm not sure because the fuel it keep on increasing day by day, so I'm not sure it will affect, but maybe somehow. Everybody have a concern about his or her salary. If they will push it and their life will be better, that's fine.
Where we know Omakono and Cassette are higher because at the quantum say and say some questions fuel and I war or Munchen one, a baby shorty. A short one, so I answer your fuel and fire Yajumabu into no mobile there, a year myself or Massa Baba.
Well, my colleague Kenneth Jesse visited some filling stations in Accra and has joined me in studio with more of what he learned. So, Kenneth, some filling station managers are backing the calls of the tanker drivers for improved conditions of service after calling off the strike. What exactly?
They say they do not have the power to actually better their conditions of service, but they are calling on the relevant authorities to try and better their conditions of service because it could affect them. For example, if it had persisted for a longer time, and now that it has been suspended by the union, they welcome it as a good news, but they want their demands to be met.
Yeah, I agree with them. But me, I don't have any capacity to do anything about it. So the authorities in charge should address the concerns of the drivers. It's a welcoming news. We are praying that it will go through so that everything becomes normal.
And we've been hearing from the tanker drivers union themselves, so they suspended the action, and it's not like it's been called off.
It's not being called off completely. They're saying they're giving up until July. If there are concerns, they've tabled it before the stakeholders. If they are not met or addressed, they will resume the strike.
In the document that we signed yesterday, it has been indicated that the strike has been called off. But based on some information on it, we called for press conference this morning and suspended the strike. We suspended it till July 2024. In the document before me right now, yes, it has been indicated on it that the framework has been adopted. That means they have accepted the framework that we are looking for. Yes. So implementation of the framework to commence by end of June.
That's George Nyaonyo. He leads the Tanker Drivers Union. They've suspended their action. Taking us on a quick break here on the Midday News. Live on Joy 99.7 FM here in Accra, in Kumasi. On Love 99.5 FM. We're also live on myjoyonline.com. Also in all 16 regions, Midday News is in partnership with Petrosol, your clean fuel in full quantity. Also by Duraplus Ghana Limited, producers of quality PVC and HDP pipes and water tank. Where Duraplus goes, water flows. We've been hearing from the opposition NDC threatening to drag the Attorney General to the General Legal Counsel for allegedly breaching his professional ethics following an open court allegation that he attempted to get an accused person to incriminate the minority leader. We return from the break with sports and from human to animal sacrifices, the story of the deer hunting Abuachir Festival.
The festival started as a sacrifice, and it started by using a human being. Then it is no mean a person than a member of the royal family.
We're from Germany. We were happy to be able to see it.
When budgets are tight and money difficult to come by, you want to be sure you get the best value for your money. These are not times to be spending money fixing expensive engine problems because of cheap fuel and lubricants. Drive to a Petrosol station today and buy your quality fuel and lubricants, and rest assured of fuel that lasts long and lubricants that prevent expensive engine problems. Hear the sound. Petrosol, clean fuel in full quantity.
The regular football season is over. But not for us here at Supersport. We've got a big deal coming your way. Get connected to DSTV to see some of football's biggest names starring in all 51 matches of Euro 2024, live and in HD. Now that's a big deal.
December is just around the corner and our nation stands at a crossroads. Will we continue down the same path or will we forge a new one together? The choice is ours, but we need every voice to be heard. That is why the New Force is investing time and resources to educate and encourage everyone about the voters' ID card registration. To all of you out there unsure if your vote matters, your voice matters. Your vote is your power and your opportunity to shape the future of our motherland. Don't let others decide for you. Don't stay silent. Get up. Get out there and get your voter's ID card today. Make sure you are ready to make a difference when the time comes. Don't delay. Act now. From the 7th to the 27th of May and on the 30th of May, you can replace all missing ID cards. Every vote counts. Your vote, your destiny. A message from Nana Kwame Bediako and the New Force.
Showtime, good life time. Paddy, how is your good life?
Hey, before you attack that sumptuous variety of foods with Toto, do yourself a favor.
Wash your hands with soap under running water, your bowl before you eat, and at all other critical moments. That is,
before you cook, after you visit the toilet, change your baby's diaper,
and when you return home from anywhere.
Let's all come aboard Good Life by washing our hands with soap under running water and at all other critical moments to keep the germs away from our family. Good Life, live it well. It's an everyday thing. Good Life from Ghana Health Service and partners with support from USAID.
It's time for sports on the Midday News. Mubarak.
Thank you very much, Emefa. We've got 9 matches coming up this weekend in the Ghana Premier League, but the top liner is at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium, where Asante Kotoko face Hearts of Oak. The Porcupines defeated the Phobians 3-2 in the first encounter and are hoping to repeat the dose. Here's their striker Stephen Mukwala, who scored twice in that game.
We are also ready to give our best this Sunday to make sure that we give at least a smile to them for like a last dance. They should expect more energy. This Sunday's match, I just urge the fans to come in plenty, to come and support us. They should just be behind us, and we are going to give our best for this season.
Yep, should